And the first up, after session 3, is a group representing the Oamaru part of the Waitaki district. It is the League of Victorian Imagineers.
Next stop, Dimension of Queen Elizabeth II in Tauranga 2011. Passengers have 7 minutes before re-embarking and onward journey to Queen Victoria I's dimension.
Kia ora, again, but only because Trustpower, as you've already heard, have actually ordained that there are 2 regions within the Waitaki, Waihemo, and we met the fire brigade before, and Oamaru, of course. Oamaru, renowned for its Victorian heritage, its grand limestone buildings, and of course the national penny farthing races. Lately, a group has emerged, the League of Victorian Imagineers, 5 remarkable volunteers who have inspired a community. Allow me to introduce, in fact, Battalion, Sean, please heed, Lieutenant, Agent Lieutenant Darling, and Lady Helen Steampunk.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you, everybody. This is what started it all. I made this steam-powered beer tankard for a party. Weren't you there? But and the response I got to it gave me the inspiration to create an exhibition for the Heritage Week, one which would stimulate the imagination of the community and let everybody contribute to and have fun doing so.
As the concept was outlined to Sally, she drifted off into a world of possibilities. Victorian science fiction, a perfect fit. She trawled the internet for information and introduced the concept to local businessman Brian de Geest, who was immediately enamoured with the whole idea.
I could see that steampunk was a way of stimulating engineers in New Zealand, including the community, and having a great deal of fun.
That's Agent Patrick Simmerin, right-hand man.
Dave sees steampunk as serious fun. Oops, there he is. There is a job.
And there is a job to be done, a message to get out and people to attract. I immediately saw the potential for steampunk in the town, based on the foundations of its Victorian heritage, not only in New Zealand, but globally.
Our vision that steampunk provides a point of difference that captures the imagination of the world and draws it to Oamaru.
What has inspired the community is the size of the toys, larger than life.
Bosca, the silverback gorilla, enchanted people outside the Forrester Gallery.
And Brian de Geest and Don Patterson started with a large tractor for the first exhibition.
And it got bigger for the second. The town loves it and now calls them their own. The 2011 exhibition opened with a street party. Why spend $2,000 on a few dignitaries when the whole town can join in for considerably less?
People smile when they see steampunk, so let's all get steampunk.
Oamaru has been frozen in time. No, it hasn't.
People photograph the street art all day, every day, and send images around the world. One Swiss tourist said it could never happen in Europe.
These chaps are from Taiwan.
These children from Christchurch. But what does the Oamaru community think of steampunk?
Steampunk makes Victorian cool.
Well, basically just put it on the map, especially with Tauranga.
Steampunk can keep this place alive and kicking.
And being a retailer in Oamaru for the past 25 years, I just really think it's an absolute marvellous boost for us.
Giving everyone a bit of fun and a platform from which to be creative.
I think it's a great thing just because it brings people together in the community. It has a real carnival atmosphere at the street party at the opening, which is great.
I think they're really cool.
Well, it's made it more original than it already was.
I love it, more of it.
I think it's given it new life, a different pathway to something entirely different, and just a fabulous, incredible journey.
It's brought all Holland tourists to this area, definitely.
So the tourists that come through, they just can't stop talking about the steampunk. They just think it's wonderful, and they've never seen anything like it. It's just awesome for Oamaru.
It amplifies what the town does. You know, you've got a great context and setting here already, and it just brings more to it. It's more interest and helps us linger a bit longer.
From France. Hey, it's a very good idea.
And I think steampunk has done wonderful things for this town, so go steampunk, keep it up.
Oamaru has been frozen in time. Steampunk has rejuvenated the communities, says Gloria Hurst, a very busy community worker. It has triggered the child within.
The Taylor family won the first fashion show and now create and sell steampunk persona complete with costumes. The 2010 exhibition had 11,500 visitors from all over New Zealand.
Damien McNamara, Professor Dimitis Tipitis, has New Zealand's first permanent steampunk art gallery and souvenir shop.
Oh yes. Other projects under construction, the giant robot is sought out by tourists and locals bringing friends, these from the North Island.
Friendly Bay is a neglected area about to be brought to life by the Waitaki District Council with a steampunk playscape, steampunk tea rooms and a community craft market. Tourism Waitaki, the tourists and the steampunk website promotes Oamaru around the world.
It has been 2 years since the first discussion with friends about a small exhibition at the Forrester Gallery. Now Oamaru is taking off into another dimension. Watch the space. Better still, come and see for yourselves. Thank you.
All aboard! All aboard! All passengers returning to Queen Victoria the Third Dimension. All aboard! All aboard!